There's a lot of excitement in Bedford here today. David Cameron is visiting Bedford to support the Conservative candidate for the role of mayor. Parvez, there are only 12 elected mayors in the whole of the UK, and obviously Bedfordshire is a leader in this. Why do you think it's important that we should have an elected mayor in Bedford?
Yeah, I mean, the role of the elected mayor and the power he has to get things done is crucial. In the old system, there's a lot of party politics and committees and a lot of political deadlock, whereas the mayor has executive power. He can push decisions through in the interest of the people far more quicker than the old system.
Here we go.
Good morning. Hi there. David, hello. How do you do? Talk us through, Peggy, how we got here in terms of, so what last week's class was, is it a weekly class?
Yes.
Yeah. And so you were set a kind of exercise to go away. Well, you explain.
We're given a title, yes,
Right.
every week. And I've chosen the title Late Flowering Lust. Their feelings for each other aren't just late flowering lust, but have been there for 60 years of mutual love and trust.
Brilliant.
You obviously are supporting a Conservative mayor, but why should the Conservative mayor be more independent than an independent?
Well, I think if you look at Parvez and where, how he approaches politics, he's lived in Bedford for many, many years. He's a Bedford man before he's a Conservative. But I believe in backing Conservatives wherever they are, and I'm always available to go and help and support, and he asked me and I was delighted to come. But I think when you look at his plans, what he's talking about, the issues he's raising, it's very much as an independent man in Bedford who do a good job for the town, and I'm delighted to be here and lending my help.
I think it's important to have somebody who's passionate about the area, who's independent-minded, who lives locally, who's interested in making a difference for local people. The Conservative element is that you can get more things done through at a government level. So you can lobby your MP, you can lobby the government, and if you have some connections in the area of people like Cameron, you're more likely to get stuff done.
Is everyone roughly the same standard, or all in different? Got some real experts over there.
As the public go to vote on Thursday, what would you like them to remember about your message?
Yeah, well, I'm a mayor for everyone. I'm a listening mayor, and I'll be the people's mayor. Those are some of the things I want them to think about, and I'll bring a fresh new leadership into Town Hall. I'm determined to change the look and feel of Town Hall for the ordinary resident on the street.
David, you just said you want to lead from the bottom up. What place do you think a community website such as Local News TV that involves, integrates and informs the public and bridges the gap between the local authorities and the public authorities and the people, how important is that? And would you support it if you were Prime Minister?
Yes, I think it's very important because, what's happening in the world is that a lot of television companies are actually doing less regional news. So it's really important we have local-based news, web-based news in its place. And I think it's great also, particularly if it's very independent, because then you're able to challenge everyone, whether it's the mayor, whether it's the council. I think that's a very important thing, so well done.
You must have been thrilled about the support you got from David Cameron today.
Yeah, I'm delighted that he could take the time out of his busy schedule to come here and support me. And the important thing is to show him the sort of things that we're up to here. This is a fantastic place which is doing a lot of great work in the community. I want to support projects like this. And it's great that he could come here and see it at first hand.
So you were reading your poem to David Cameron. I think he was very impressed, and it's very applicable actually to the Conservative new emphasis on the family.
Yeah, I thought of that afterwards, actually, that he is a family man. But my reaction this morning was I was thinking how tired he must be after all the different ways he has to behave, like being pleasant on all these trips out, being quick-witted in the house, being a family man. It must take a lot out of him. Mm-hmm. And it made me sort of sympathise with MPs, actually.
How important is it to have a community centre like the Guildhall?
I think it's vital. I think it's a very good thing for elderly people to know that they can go to a place and even just have a cup of coffee. I think it's really, really good.
After all the excitement of today, it's good to know that community centres such as the Guildhall here in Bedford and also Local News TV feature highly in not only our local politicians but also in the national politicians' minds. This is Judy Oliver from Local News TV.